Hello Titans and welcome to Thursday's edition of DTN3. I'm Marlena Coelho-Souza.
And I'm Chris-Ann Santos bringing you the latest in CSUF news.
Monday brought national breaking news as Amanda Knox, the 24-year-old who was convicted of murdering her roommate in Italy nearly 4 years ago, was acquitted. Emotions ran rampant in the courtroom as Knox and her family burst into tears when the verdict was read. I'm here outside of the Yost Theater during Carnival, and as you can see behind me, there's a whole lot of people waiting to get in to see this night's entertainment. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. That's what reptiles are made of, according to these herp lovers at the Pasadena Reptile Expo. Reptile expos are places where reptile owners and breeders can showcase their beloved animals and sell them at rock-bottom prices when compared to regular exotic pet stores. And for those who have always wanted a photo shoot with a giant python around their neck, the opportunity is theirs here at the expo. And this guy makes it happen. The variety seems endless, from the baby sulcata tortoise and the green-treed python, the crested gecko from the island New Caledonia off the coast of Australia, to juvenile Asian water monitors, and lots of scorpions. The chameleons also seem to dazzle spectators with their brilliant colors. For some reptile owners, their passion for these animals began at a young age. Reptiles even make the perfect gift, according to first-time reptile owners Tiffany and Richie. And believe it or not, the Reptile Expo is a family affair, as children, along with their parents, are anxious to hold and maybe even purchase their first reptile. And for those who prefer the furry rather than the scaly kind, a Bengal tiger lay down in a corner, while onlookers pulled out their iPhones for a Kodak moment. So whether or not you share a passion for reptiles, you can't deny that there's someone out there for everyone, even if you have a face only a mother could love. For the Daily Titan, I'm Marlena Coelho-Souza. And did you know that we had a glass blowing club on campus? Well, we do, and they need our help to cover their expenses.
Yes, they are selling their best creations, and Monica Castro was with them to show us how they do it all.
Well, ladies, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas these days, at least for Southern California. There's going to be some highs in the 60s with lows in the 40s. It's going to be pretty windy throughout the week, but the weather should stay consistent. Back to you, Monica and Natalie. There is a club that is making quite an impression on campus. It is known as the MSA, or the Muslim Student Association. Although many students might not know of it yet, this small group has some big aspirations. Vice President Mohammed Goslah expands on some of the organization's goals.
To create awareness on campus about Islam, especially since Islam is like the second largest religion in the world. We feel that it should have more awareness on campus of what it is, and not just what the media is putting in nowadays.
The MSA is also an environment where Muslim students can unite and feel welcome. President Maria Siddiqui shares the challenges many Muslim American students face growing up in the United States.
As a freshman, I had no Muslim friends. I had no friends who I could relate to, and I wasn't allowed to do a lot of the same things that my classmates were, such as drinking and being out late and dressing the way some girls would dress and do the things that they would do. So I made friends who would do stuff like that, and as a result, I knew that wasn't me. And in other words, I got myself into some things that I wish I didn't have. So now I want freshmen, definitely freshmen and young people, to know that we are here, that we do exist, that there's people there for them.
I myself had a chance to spend some time with this warm and welcoming bunch as they met in the TSU Underground for a night of pizza and bowling. One of the goals of the MSA is to alleviate tension between Christians and Muslims on campus, which is a direct reflection of what is currently going on in America. The ever-present tension between Muslims and Christians in the U.S. has grown stronger since 9/11. The anti-Muslim rally that took place in Yorba Linda demonstrates the prejudice and hatred that is alive and well in the United States. Recent statements made by Councilwoman Deborah Pauley has made this clear.
I have a beautiful daughter. I have a wonderful 19-year-old son who's a United States Marine. As a matter of fact, I know quite a few Marines who will be very happy to help these terrorists to an early meeting in paradise.
So with the current stereotypes encountered by so many Muslims, how can the MSA disprove these and other bigoted statements?
Looking at me, you would not know I'm Muslim. When you think of Muslim, you think of the scarf and just the burqa. Isn't just, you have this image in your head of Muslims, but actually we're very normal people. We're like you and I. It's just, you're probably around who knows how many Muslims on a daily basis, and you don't know it, but we have this image that Muslims are a specific group of people, but we're normal people, and if we were to be a little more loud about it, like, hi, I'm Muslim, and this is my belief, and be proud of it, as opposed to hiding it, a lot of the stereotypes that we watch on TV would not exist if we stood up for ourselves.
Though it may be a challenge, through hard work and determination, groups such as these can shed light on those who are so often misunderstood and therefore hated. For the Daily Titan, I'm Marlena Cuello-Souze. I'm here in Irvine during Mehragan, also known as the Persian Autumn Festival. Now, this event is a way for Iranians to celebrate the new season of fall. Everything about this event is rich with culture. There's a lot of excitement, a lot of energy going on. Coming up next on your Thursday edition of DTN3, a Halloween stabbing in Mission Viejo, debit card fees revoked, entertainment, sports, and much, much more coming your way. Hello, Titans. I'm Marlena Cuello-Souze, and welcome to another edition of your DTN3 for Thursday. Halloween night turned from spooky to almost deadly as 4 men fled from a Halloween house party in Mission Viejo after stabbing another man. The 21-year-old victim suffered 4 stab wounds to the torso, but according to the police, injuries do not appear to be life-threatening. Authorities are unsure as to what caused the fight, and the 4 men fled the scene before deputies arrived. And there are some different food options on campus, including food trucks near the Humanities Building. Chrisanne Santos gives us the details. And a 51-year-old Hollywood actor has been causing quite a stir with his recent marriage to a 16-year-old girl. His name is Doug Hutchinson, and you might remember him for his role as Percy Wetmore in The Green Mile. The two lovebirds say they simply can't get enough of each other. Chrisanne has more on this controversial matrimony. Chrisanne, have you seen the video of these two? I'm not gonna lie, it's really disturbing.
Yeah, actually I did, and I didn't even know that marriage was legal.
Thanks, Chrisanne. It looks like we have a lot going on in the world of entertainment. The latest Twilight movie, Breaking Dawn Part 1, has plenty of daylight left with a second straight win at the weekend box office. It took in $42 million domestically over the 3-day weekend and $62 million in the 5-day Thanksgiving boom time from Wednesday to Sunday. Debuting at number 2 was Disney's family flick, The Muppets, with $29.5 million for the 3-day weekend and $42 million over the 5-day holiday. I am definitely going to be seeing that film. I cannot wait.
No, not me, or I won't be able to sleep tonight. Well, that is it for your DTN3. I'm Chrisanne Santos.
And I'm Marlena Cuello-Souze. Have a great Thursday, Titans.